Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Breakfast, a weekly talk show where we sit down and get real each Sunday of the week, and let's hop right on into it. I want to talk about the feeling of having no friends and being okay with it and content with it simultaneously. That's okay that you feel this way or that this is a certain situation that you find yourself in. Believe it or not, I also feel this way, and I also kind of like feeling this way. I like being free from, and all of that being, the friendship and the social dynamics and the socialness that comes with having connections and having to upkeep those relationships. And to me, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and I know that I'm going to be bad at it, so I don't participate in it. Or because I know from previous experiences that I didn't really do as much as I should have. So from the future on, I'm just going to distance myself and also just acknowledge that, this ain't for me. I tried, it ain't for me. With having no friends and being more of a loner, being more of a person who prefers solitude, there is a level of higher self-awareness and self-friendship that you foster with yourself. Develop a dynamic with yourself. You don't have other people to kind of rely on or to kind of keep you in check in terms of friends they banter with each other, they do all that. You don't have that sort of group or that sort of thing to do with those others. So you have to kind of do it with yourself. You foster this friendship with yourself, this dynamic where you can banter with yourself, you not argue, but you kind of grapple with yourself. You go back and forth with yourself, and I feel as though this has become a better result, or it's had a greater impact on me versus having actual friends. As far as past experiences, I'm not saying that friends are worse or friends are just horrible human beings. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying people are just wired differently. People are so unique and so different. I rely more on myself. That may be the root of this. I rely on myself more than I do many others. I look at people like, you should really trust yourself more than you should trust me. And maybe there's something to cause for that. Maybe there's something deeper at root there. But as far as why I'm like this or why you may be like this, maybe it's just because we are wired differently. Maybe it's some stuff that went on in our past that we haven't gotten over yet, or we have yet to even consider. The solution was to just, you know what, you want to distance yourself from everyone, go ahead and do that, but keep it at a safe distance. Don't completely abandon these people. Don't abandon your family, because you're gonna need them. But if you want to just go solo dolo, that's why I do it. If you want to just go at life solo, go ahead. But don't make a fool of yourself in this journey to live in solitude, because one never truly lives in solitude unless you're like a person out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna truly be in solitude. You need some social interaction to stay sane. To know how to converse with another person, you need to go out. You need to do things. You need to contribute in some shape or form. You can't be this complete loner. You can't lock yourself up in your room and not exit it. You could, but you shouldn't. Let's be real, you shouldn't. I understand that with another point of this is it's freeing. It's very freeing. It's very relieving to not have to deal with all that. It's very, especially if you're not an extrovert and you're an introvert, socializing and doing anything that involves others can deem to be quite difficult and quite taxing, and I relate to that very much so. The part of socializing isn't hard, it's just knowing what to say, how to react, and how to continue the conversation or how to end it when it should be ended. So that makes it difficult, and that doesn't make it the easiest thing in the world to do perfectly all the time, unless you have a lot of practice and unless you're quite capable and you're quite good at it, which we introverts are not. From birth, we're not. Last thing I want to talk about before I wrap up this video, the quality and the quantity of relationships that people have in their lives. Some people don't really care who they make friends with, which I won't judge. because I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as they're a good person, as long as you find happiness with them. There's no problem with that. But some people really want people in their lives that are more qualifying and less of just another person, who actually matters to them more so than having another person. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of the person. I think that's with me also. I probably have a lot of acquaintances that I've seen and passed through in my life, and I kind of see here and there often, or previously did. But it's just like, if I'm going to have a friend and I'm going to commit to keeping this friendship alive, I myself am going to need a person, not saying that I'm like a higher level than them or a better person than them, but I need a person that I can like go bat for bat with on what I perceive my level to be at, you know? If I'm a person who's not very talkative, I might need a person who's the same as me. I can't be dealing with a person that is of exactly opposite attributes as myself. They say opposites attract. Well, not to me. The quality of people, as long as they're nice people, I'm sure you'll get along with them. That's not the problem. The problem is the sustained friendship from it all. The problem is longevity. That's pretty much why I like relationships far beyond friendships kind of end abruptly or unexpectedly. The longevity wasn't accounted for. They kind of didn't commit as much as they hoped they would have. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next podcast episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all next week.